this video, we'll learn how to read food labels found on packaged foods and discover all that the nutrition facts label can tell us. The nutrition facts label can answer a lot of questions we may have about our food. For starters, how much is one serving of this food? The size of one serving size is listed at the top, along with the number of servings in each package. For example, the serving size for this food is 2/3 of a cup. Serving size is shown as a common household measure that is appropriate to the food, such as cup, tablespoon, piece, slice, or jar, followed by the metric amount in grams. Serving size is based on the amount of food that someone is likely to eat at one time and is not a recommendation of how much to eat. Servings per container shows the total number of servings in the entire food package. It is common for one package of food to contain more than one serving. For example, this package contains 8 servings per container. The nutrition information listed on the nutrition facts label is usually based on one serving of the food. However, some containers may also have a label with 2 columns. One column listing the amount of calories and nutrients in one serving, and the other column listing the amount for the entire package. When comparing calories and nutrients in different foods, check the serving size to make an accurate comparison. Once you determine how much is appropriate to eat, you may want to know, what is the nutrient content of this food? To understand the nutrient content of your food, first check how many calories are in each serving of food. For example, this food contains 230 calories per serving. On average, people need about 2,000 calories a day. Next, look at the daily value section. Daily value is the amount of a nutrient that you should get each day. The percent daily values tell you what percent of this daily amount is in one serving. 5% daily value or less means that a food is a low source of the nutrient. 20% daily value or more means that the food is a high source of a nutrient. Try to limit sodium, sugar, and saturated fat, but make sure to get enough fiber, vitamins, and minerals. The vitamins and minerals featured on the nutrition facts label are vitamin D, calcium, iron, and potassium. These are not the only important vitamins and minerals, but they are the ones that many Americans do not get enough of. Use the percent daily value to make sure you are getting enough and also to compare the nutrition of different foods. For example, this food is low in saturated fat, high in added sugar, high in calcium, and high in iron. Another label found on packaged foods is called the ingredients label. The ingredients label tells us what ingredients are in that food. If you're curious about what's in your food, read the ingredients list. The ingredient list shows each ingredient in a food by its common or usual name. Ingredients are listed in descending order by weight, so the ingredient that weighs the most in the product is listed first, and the ingredient that weighs the least is listed last. The 8 most common allergens must also be listed, either in the ingredient list or they can be listed separately. The 8 most common allergens are milk, egg, fish, crustacean fish, tree nuts, wheat, peanuts, and soybeans. Now that you know how to read the nutrition facts label and ingredients label, you might be wondering, what can I do with this information? Use the label to support your personal dietary needs. Choose foods that contain more of the nutrients you want to get more of and less of the nutrients you may want to limit. More often, choose foods that are higher in dietary fiber, vitamin D, calcium, iron, and potassium. Remember, a high source contains 20% or more of the daily value. Choose foods that are lower in saturated fat, sodium, and added sugars. Remember, a low source contains 5% or less of the daily value. Choosing healthier foods and beverages can help reduce the risk of developing some health conditions, such as high blood pressure, cardiovascular disease, osteoporosis, and anemia. Talk to your doctor or a registered dietitian to learn more. For more information on the Nutrition Facts panel, check out these resources.